Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have the Z, and I'm just looking if I have a 5-letter Z play, which either begins or ends with the Z. Not seeing one offhand. I wonder. Mati, no good. Is it? Am I missing a 5? Zyme is good. Zyme for 36, not a great rack leave. I don't really like a zyme. It takes an A as well. So I think I'm actually going to play just a shorter word like yum, and then see if I can get a better score with my Z on the next play. Yum for 16. Zloty I have for a 5. So I don't think there's a 7 here. Toes, I have toes and toasted. Zloty onto the Y. So Zloty here for 31 potentially. TED would be a nice rack leave if I can Zloty there for 18 gives back too much. Is the best rack leave though, so just looking at what opponent might do. Back hooks for yum. P, yump. Toesy. Toesy. Does that need an E, or is it good like that as well? And dozy, I suppose, is an option. Dozy there. Does create a hot spot. Not a great rack leave. Yeah, I'm not seeing fantastic options here. I'll just wait for my opponent to make his move there. Zite, just thinking of ZY words going down. Zloty, I think this is still my candidate for 31. DT, not terrible, provided I pick up a couple of vowels to go with it. Yeah. So I've looked at a few options. Toast. Yeah. So Zloty for 31 would be my preferred play, I think. And if there is something better, I don't think it's going to be massively better. Might just be marginally. Ooh, hotspot alert. So what have we got? We've got toes or does. I wondered, undoubling the T, is that better, or do I keep duplicate T? Before I do commit, is there a 4-timer incorporating the Z? I play across? No. So I think I'm going to go with toes to undouble the T. Toes for 74. Okay, that's a pretty good pickup. I draw the first blank. Doctor. Thinking of try words. Not quite try-clad. Do I have any vowel to play through? I have the EN. Villows. Okay, very nice. Does that help me in any way? There is an I now. For IC ending words. Almost tornadic. Yeah, the L would have to be an N. I have the OID, the oid ending, so quartile, anything through EN. Centerfold. No, that's not gonna work. Central. Dentral. Okay, I'm not seeing a play. That I really does look like it helps this rack, but limited with the placement, so maybe just L'd to sort the rack out. L'd for 12. Okay. This looks closer. Try again. I have the try prefix. Trichord. Does the D assist this rack? Trichord. I think trichord like that might be good. Trichord. I was thinking of ricotta and citator. No, I've got the two R's, so I have to work with that. How's my time? About 8 minutes, that's alright. He's taken trichord. If it was good, I don't know. I'll check later. Dictator. No, not quite. Crotia. Rothschild. be something here. What does this blank plus an E make? Tertiary or no? Parotic, prior. I think crop is one way to sort the rack out and keep scoring. Crop for 24. Okay, emulate. Anything with the D, dimeters. Any way of getting my M doubled? Derm, D, D-meter, D-timer, dermitis, no, dermatitis, dimeters, is it like that, or? I mean, either way, I've got to play onto the T with emulate, or termite. Anything onto the trip from the U. Your uter. Okay, opponent provides a H. I think I'll try dimeters. Yeah, that's fine. This also looks like a decent rack. I thought I had Tarare. Irritate through a T. Okay, I have the I-E-R ending, so does the N assist the rack? I have the inter prefix. Interior or air, I have the air prefix. The H, almost heteri. Earthier, no. Anything on to the S, that would be the rarities. Does rarities? Oh yeah, rarities plays. If opponent takes that spot, does the N give me a bingo? Rain, I have the rain component. And the H seems to help that rack too. Hair tire. I don't see anything with the N or the H, not offhand. I have the ATE endings, so again it's that double I, double R, makes it a little bit irritate through a T. Retiari, what am I thinking of? Retiari. I think that's good with two I's at the end, and that would play through the I. Retiari. Why does that ring a strong bell? Obviously I'm going to play rarities because the score is better, but I do think Retiari might well be good. Rarities for 74. And I draw a good balanced rack again, so I won't be bingoing this turn, but I will be able to score somewhere. I don't have anything for going above HO, so that's out of the question, although I do have Vax and I was going to say Vade, but I don't. Warring, okay. Opponent has provided a useful spot here for weaved. What are the front hooks? Is unweaved good? 42 is pretty good. Are there any other plays perhaps? Again, nothing to go above HO, but I can't imagine anything's going to be do I have any BE words? Bewaved. Bewaved. I don't think bewaved is, no, it doesn't. I think we'll just go with weaved. And I'm down to 3 minutes. Oh, no, 5 minutes. My opponent's down to 3. I do have a Q. I have Qua here. 25. That'll sort out the Q issue. Do I have caddy onto an I? I do have it there for face value, so that's not better than Qua. This hotspot is bound to be taken sooner or later. It's an easy 30 to 40 point play. Looks like my opponent is no longer in the room. Might be a connection issue. Hopefully he or she comes back. Dan. He has returned. So, abode I have on my rack. I do actually. I thought I had the I for caddy there, but no, the I don't have. There's a U available for a quoad. I don't see any particular value in playing this here. Rack leave's not terrible, but the score's pretty average, 15. Abode plays quite nice. Oh, I was going to say it plays quite nicely there, but it doesn't anymore. Do I just go with Q, I, and Qua? I think that's the go. Qua. I have before. For bed, forehead. I don't think the for component of the word is usually quite helpful to identify bingos. Forbade would be good, and forebode, I think, through a no floater available for that type of play. I do now have fax and fab. I don't know why my opponent keeps nudging me. I'm not playing particularly slowly. I'll play FE, maybe just maybe before here, just to wrong spot, to expedite the end of the game. Before 27. And 12 tiles in the bag. Opponent's down to his last minute. I do have the P and the Y for score. Don't see a bingo immediately. Packs and yeah, I don't see anything there. Piney there for 32. Looks alright. Swifted. Okay, Piney no longer available. And I've got dripped, so that dripped here seems to score okay. 38 and decent rack leave. Booty, Boyish and Boyo and Yobbo, both good. Opponent's running down to his last minute there, so yeah, he's got one more minute of play time before he forfeits. Isotines, very nice. I have what has he got left? KU, so he's going out next turn. Do I have a place to play Booty? Just get rid of, or Yobbo or Boyo, just to get rid of those heavy scoring tiles. I can't see anything through. Boot. I have the boot component. What do I do? Yeah. So I could play. I don't know. Boo-I through an A, but I don't see an A. And okay. I just Villos, looking at ways to maybe just BY here. It seems very weak, but yeah, that's about as good as I can see. At least it gets rid of my heavier scoring tiles. 18. And KU. I'm sure my opponent can go out with that. Yep. And that was the end of the game. 433 to 375. And let's have a look at what we missed. Analyze the game. Yachts. Clearly best. I'm surprised I didn't see that. Yeah, I've played it countless times in the past. That was a clear miss. Anyway, I went with Yum. And then opponent, best player was Hall for 22. He went with Hang, so not too far off the pace. Toes for 74 looks best. undoubling the T, and then Villos for 82 was best, and that was opponent's play. Eld it had a good equity score, but lordotic, wow, that's not a word I am even vaguely familiar with. Lordotic, very nice if you spotted that through the eye. I went with Eld, which sorted the rack out, and Julep was best for opponent there. Nice score. Crop, again, Director. Oh, I was looking at sevens on the rack itself and not trying to incorporate the D. I was thinking this vowel needed this rack needed a vowel to assist it towards the bingo, the bingo territory, but as it happens, the consonant actually helped the rack more, but then the blank was to be an E. So, yeah, everyday word, but sometimes you miss them, and in this case I did. I was left with a very strong rack after crop, and crop still scored fairly well considering. Took out a hot spot too, so not terrible. And then Halver at 2J was best for opponent. 2J. Okay, but exposing the trip. Good score though, 40 points, well worth doing. Opponent went with Inhale. Tile turnover, diameters was my play. Diatreme for 83, same score, so not much in it there. And then Ox was best for 55 at 6E for my opponent, just there, and he played that. And then Rarities, Retiari was the other bingo that I looked at through the eye, but Rarities scored more, so that was quite nice. And then 4 for 38 at 4F. That was the hot spot I identified earlier, thinking one of us is bound to take it, but it sat there unutilized for a while. But Waring, tile turnover was good, I guess. And the score wasn't bad, 26, but 4 was definitely superior there. Gave me Weaved for 42, and that seemed best. And then Fang at 2B for 21 points. Sorted my opponent's rack out quite nicely and scored decently too. Then it was my turn. I dispatched the Q and one of my vowels for 25, but Deb at 7E. Nice, Deb. I actually like that, because the following turn I had a QA remaining on the rack, so I had a QUA play there anyway, or a QUA play there, so I was going to get rid of the Q one way or another. So Deb, definitely a better play. It's not always the best move to dump the Q in a hasty kind of worry that you're going to be stuck with it for ages. But yeah, in this case, I think quite wasn't too bad as a second best move. And then Fanned for 28 at 4F. Okay, again utilizing that axe hook. Fanned was good, no bingo available. And then I thought there might be something here, but I couldn't see it, and there wasn't. Def again. No, that's 7E. Oh, there. That was the other hot spot, either side of the X. So I went with Wow, right down the bottom. I guess I was also trying to expedite the end of the game and take out a useful, very useful bingo lane. Probably the best one on the board. So that was my thinking there. And it didn't really give back much by way of bingo lanes. I mean, the E, but very specific placement of the E, and the F not of much use. So opponent struggling on this rack with a vowel shortage. Waft was best at 2B, and that was that same spot as Analyzer suggested earlier. He went with Swifted burning his blank for 28, which, yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was the best option, because he really did need a bingo to win. But anyway, Drift was actually... Oh, Inweaved, yeah, I mentioned the front extension for weaved, so Inweaved was definitely best there, and I went with Dripped for 38, thinking that it was quite a nice play, but there you go, Inweaved would have been better. So this was my opponent's rack, and Isotines, nice find by my opponent, and with a pretty cool overlap of 5 tiles. And then I again Inweaved, I didn't spot, and I just went with buy right down the bottom there, just to get rid of tiles I couldn't see, just seeing which other options there were. There was Nib for 38 at 7E. 7, Fon, Taxi. Oh, that would have been so much better. Lovely play. But anyway, I played buy, and then opponent went out with Q. So, yeah, pretty good game all in all. Some nice bingos and some... that's why I think it's really good to have a look at the analyzer, because you get a feel for the kind of optimal plays that do exist in certain situations. And it encourages you to take a moment in future games to think about those particular plays, which often involve overlaps and tight little parallel plays. So I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.